Hey guys, Isaac here. I watch movies generally for no reason at all. So this review was originally supposed to come out either on Saturday or Sunday, but I decided to just do it now because why not? And the movie in this review is for the movie Ugly Dolls. I knew it was gonna suck since I saw its trailer in The Grinch, and once I did see it, it really sucked. So, you might be asking, how did it suck? Well, first of all, let me just say that this isn't the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, it has a few decent elements, like the animation is bland, but it's not the worst I've seen. The voice acting is, by normal movie standards, it could be passable, but yeah, the voice acting is passable. And there's like 2 or 3 jokes that got a chuckle out of me, but aside from that, though, it's gonna be a pretty ugly ride from here. You see what I did there? Why do I do so much mouth close-ups? Anyway, so the movie has a pretty predictable plot. I mean, it's where this one doll named Moxie dreams of getting her own owner to be loved and played with. Sort of like a Toy Story thing, except not with all the same amount of positives the Toy Story movies had. In fact, need proof of what I said? That the Toy Story movies are good and I like them? I'm wearing a Pizza Planet shirt. Yeah, I even showed it to my first period teacher, and she actually really liked the reference. In fact, she was even considering showing the Toy Story movies to her 2-year-old son, who's really into dinosaurs and Mr. Potato Head. If you're watching this as of right now, I suggest showing him the sequel. It's really amazing. I don't know why I do all those mouth close-ups. Oh, right, it's just so I can, say something like this. Like, when I'm in a quiet tone of voice, it'll be hard to hear me from here. But if I'm like this, then it's easier. You see what I did there? You most likely did, unless you were blind. Yeah. Alright, back to the review. So, Moxie wants to go to the big world and be loved by her own owner, so she and some of her friends go through this giant, hole, I guess. It ends up being a slide that leads them to, a place that they've never seen before called, wait, one sec. Anyways, so the dolls end up in this place called Perfection, run by Lou. And, Nick Jonas, you actually did an okay performance for this one. It's better than all those terrible Disney sitcoms you've done. Ugh. And Lou wants everyone in Perfection to be, well, perfect. So, if you have one single flaw, game over. So, the Ugly Dolls come into Perfection, and everyone is acting like a sequel to the Emoji movie just happened. What do I mean by that, you might ask? Everyone goes into instant panic mode, and Lou, despite wanting to try and be nice towards the dolls, he ends up trying to plot to kill them. And by killing them, oh, by the way, yeah, I should have mentioned this earlier, there's spoilers. By killing them, he would lure them into recycling, so that way they can get incinerated. But that happens later down the line. Anyways, so the dolls get settled into their home, which is a supply closet. And even when they do their best in training exercises for Perfection dolls, but Lou would constantly try and make them screw up, even drawing a giant permanent marker blot on one of the dolls. and frequently sending them to the washing machine, which is pretty much like Mount Doom for the dolls. At least that's what the Perfection dolls make it sound like. And Yuzi, so after all that, the dolls try and look like the Perfection dolls with all the school clothes and stuff. But Lou's all like, yeah, you might have the Perfection outfits on, but you're still ugly. So after that, Moxie and a Perfection doll named Mandy go into campy song mode. Yeah, it's a musical. And the songs are so freaking annoying. They go into song mode, and after the musical number, Moxie's all like, it doesn't matter how you look, it's on the inside that counts. Definitely haven't heard that anywhere before. So after learning about the message that's probably been done like 8 octillion times by other movies, she decides to go back out to Perfectionville, but Moxie's friend Ox, played by Blake Shelton, comes in and who was kidnapped by 3 girls who are imperfection, and tells her the whole story about how he and Lou used to be friends, but then Lou didn't trust him at one point, so he just made him go down to what Ox would have then colonized as Uglyville. Then he tells the dolls they're rejects, and Uglyville then turns into how it looks outside my house right now. Wait, let me just I should have used a better metaphor, but yeah, this is how it currently looks at my home. And based on how the weather looks, you can tell that that after what Ox said, Uglyville looked dreary. That sounds pretty stereotypical for a kids movie as well. But after all that, the dolls decide that they'll just go back to Perfection to do this thing called the Gauntlet, which is where the biggest challenge for a Perfection doll before they can get sent to the real world and loved by their own owner. So, but at least beforehand, one of the Perfection dolls shouts to Lou, "I want to run your gauntlet, Lou." Hey, even in an innocent kids movie like this, you gotta have a dirty joke at some point, right? Hey, they can do it with Paddington 2 and a lot of other movies. They can do it here and still make it pay off. Even though the dirty joke in Paddington 2 is still a lot better. And every dirty joke in The Hangover is also better. And stuff. Where were we? Oh, yeah, right. So the dolls go into the gauntlet, and this giant robot dog comes out, and Pitbull tries to, Ugly Dog tries distracting him with a Pitbull song. Forgot the title, but it's like, doop, 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 doop. I don't know the title, but if any of you minions and Padawans know what it's called, please let me know in the comments. So the dolls get through the robot dog, and at the end, there's a robot baby. And most of the dolls escape, but Moxie and Lou get caught by the baby, and even though the baby chucks Lou out of his grasp, the baby starts crying at some point, and Moxie walks back to the baby and tells him not to cry, it'll be okay, normal baby stuff. And then the dolls get out of the gauntlet and they win, but Lou loses. You see what I did there? Yeah, it has good meme potential though. It's like, Lou loses gauntlet, Perfection dolls. Wait, that's illegal. Anyways, Lou reveals he's a prototype, And when the dolls think he should get his comeuppance from what he's put them through. And some of the dolls recommend destroying him and stuff, but they just go with the washing machine. Otherwise known as Mount Doom for the dolls. At least that's what I call it. So, after all that, the ending I predicted from the moment I finished watching the trailer in The Grinch happened. The Perfection Dolls and Ugly Dolls decided to be like, oh, you're not so bad after all. We can be friends and live together in peace and harmony. Yay. Then a musical number plays, and I listened to it before watching the movie, and it completely spoiled the ending, but at least I knew what was going to happen even before I listened to it. And they reveal that they'll always have the they'll always have the gate open so that the dolls can the Ugly Dolls and Perfection Dolls can mingle between Uglyville and Perfection, or otherwise now called as Imperfection. And then Moxie just goes out to the real world to meet her owner, but it's revealed that she would come back once her kid is asleep. The kid really likes the doll, and then the credits roll with the dolls with their own respective children. So that was Ugly Dolls for you. An innocent kids movie on the surface turned out to be far more predictable than any of you could imagine. I mean, as stated, the trailer made me feel like it looks... I don't know what to take of it, but it looks innocent enough, but I was wrong. Really predictable, really bland, really annoying, really, really bad. I do not recommend it to any of you unless you have siblings under the age of 8. Otherwise, I recommend passing on this one. And with that out of the way, I give this movie a 4. Not 4, a 3 out of 10. Oh, man. I can't believe I almost got confused with rating my own movies. I mean, rating a movie should normally be easy, but in this case scenario, rating a movie turned out to be far harder than I could... Not far harder, but a little bit tricky, but yeah. Now I'm going to be on the watch for some good quality entertainment, because I've had to go through 2 movies that sucked. So naturally, it'd be a good idea to try and look around for something good. Oh, wait. This reminds me of something. Oh, right. I don't need to look around for anything good. I'm watching Detective Pikachu next week with my younger cousin. It actually does look pretty good. I mean, I've heard that the movie is good, so I'm just gonna assume that's the case, because although I don't play that many Pokemon games, at one point I did collect the cards, and I even used them in a couple of, I even did a few battles with them. Even though with one of the battles I did with this one kid from my Taekwondo class in Alaska, I ended up using my Gyarados EX on him, and when I got one of his Pokemon down to half of their health, he ended up throwing a fit because he was assuming I was going to use my EX to kill him. Yeah, I don't want to offend him, but at the time he was kind of a sore loser. It's what to expect from an average 6-year-old, you know. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you like, subscribe, all the stereotypical stuff you would do whenever I tell you something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And wow, these binoculars are really heavy. Guess I should stay on the watch for good quality entertainment until then. Even though I'm gonna watch something like that tomorrow. or on Sunday. I'm Isaac, and I watch movies generally for no reason at all. See you guys next time. Is that a good movie right there? Oh, it's coming out next month. Dang it.